Hello. Today in my random video, I want to talk about a topic, um, interesting topic, amateurism. Uh, it's There's so much to say, and I just finished recording my 14 minutes video in French, so I'm a bit confused because the energy is still there, but so much to say, where to start, this kind of things. But it's really good. It fits with the topic of the video, which is amateurism. And why this topic? Because a friend of mine brought it to me this weekend when I met him, and he told me that he was a bit disturbed by the style, the quality of my videos, because he knows that I could do much better, like just by taking care of my hair or the framing or the fact that the video is shaking sometimes because I'm not using a pod, and all those things that I could definitely do is right. But in the same time, I think he understood why I was not doing it because my focus is not on there. So we had a very interesting conversation about amateurism and the benefit of it and why doing it. Uh, and and before I go further, I want to start with the very word amateur and what it means, like because it's one of this, at least in French, interesting word that I've the derivate. I think derivate is a word like the meaning is shifting throughout the time from the original meaning, and the current meaning has nothing to do with the original meaning. Like right now, an amateur means someone that is not a professional, so someone that does not have the skills to make something in a professional quality, and sometimes it can even have a depreciative connotation attached to it in the sense that it would mean that the amateur is not putting the right effort to make it look cool. And and it's funny because when you look at the word amateur comes from, like, the root of the word comes from aimer in French, which means to love. So the amateur is the one who does things for the love of it, for the sake of it, and has no intention of being professional because he just does it. And it's funny that to be an amateur nowadays has this depreciative connotation when it should just be very positive. Like whatever you're doing, it does. We don't care if you don't care what it looks like. We don't have to care. And if you just loving it so much and you're happy to share it that way, just share it that way. Like be free. And so yeah, we were talking about that, and I was sharing that yeah, I could spend more time in making my videos look nicer, but it's not my focus right now. I'm more into sharing, like, the intention of this channel, of this journal, is to document my year 2017 so I can look back in when I like whenever I'm curious about it, to see how I evolved when I decided to bring out my creativity. And because I've been also inspired by videos that I found online, I found it I thought that it would be a good idea to, because I'm making videos, I can just share them online because it can inspire others as well as others has had inspired me in the past. And especially because the creative process is such a mystery, so it's interesting to see people evolving with that specific focus in mind. So yeah, I chose videos because nowadays it's easy to access and it shows everything much more than like some writings or some pictures. And yeah, and the authenticity of the process is what inspires me, so that's why I'm not so much bothered in making it look beautiful. I'm a bit tired because yeah, like it's I've been talking about it quite a lot, but like in my other video, but it's I want to do it now so I can finish as well. Otherwise, I will never do it. I know that it's also about catching the momentum, and so so yeah, like I'm pretty fine with this status of an amateur because I want my videos to be authentic and captured, that they capture exactly who I am, what I am at the very moment, because this is what I'm interested in. and I have no professional intention of making this a web series seen across the world. And for the people who are thinking, then why do I share it in English? It's because actually English is my favorite language when it comes to personal growth, because all the inspiring people and topic that I've came across during the years were in English. And then I decided to do it in French so I could share it with my fellow French people. And then I started to blog first in French because when I start speaking in English, then my French is terrible. So in order to protect my French, I have to first make the video in French and then in English. Sorry, because this is very amateur in the sense that the topic has shifted from the original. So let's go back to center and talk about my amateurism. So yeah, I do videos for the love of it, to share my authenticity, and for myself first, and then for others. And I'm pretty happy actually to bring my contribution to the world in that shape, like to be taking responsibility, ownership, and even love. I don't know how to say, for what I look like when I'm not taking care of it. Because like with the fact that nowadays everyone has access to media, and everyone is actually becoming professionals in the way they use media, videos and pictures, and everyone, like in Instagram for example, is controlling every single details, and they like it, and they make things look beautiful. And I have nothing to against this approach, because when you want to do something beautiful, like, it's great to put effort on it and making look exactly the way you've thought about it. And it's same for words. When you play with words in poetry, for example, it's beautiful work to see some people when what they invent when they put words together, and all the jokes, and it's beautiful brain work that I enjoy and I celebrate. But when your ambition is just to document your life, share your present moment, then it's a bit of, at least for me, it's a waste of energy to focus so much on the way you present it, like, because it actually removes the texture of what it is. Like, if you spend 10 hours for something that is supposed to be your everyday life, then what have you been doing in these 10 hours where you are living your everyday life? So yeah, whatever. I guess you get my point. So in one sense, like, and it's very interesting because we are exploring this extreme in one way, but in the other way, there are people wanting to go to the other side. I'm more into that side, like the contribution of a more authentic and raw humanity. And there was this friend, he shared something that I found very interesting last week on his Facebook, and it's a trend which is called antigram, and I don't know if he invented it or if he found it somewhere, but I found it just simply genius. And he shared, like, yeah, just post here in this thread, like, pictures of your random, like the most random thing you have around you, and most boring and everyday life type of picture. And there was this woman, she just shared picture of her grocery bags because she just came back from groceries, and there is this other that she just took a picture of inside of her car because she just finished parking. And so this is what she was seeing, and me, I was like, oh, how can I contribute? And I decided to post a picture of my night table, and there were a couple of very random pictures all together, and I found it beautiful, like, I must admit, because it was a sneak peek into people's life, the real life they have. And for me, it kind of warmed my heart. I don't know. It sounds very cheesy, but it's true. And yeah, like, I think it's an interesting direction as well that society is taking. And funny enough, while I was recording, like, thinking about recording that video on amateurism, there was this woman I met in India. She wrote me and she said, "Oh, like, that she really likes my vlog, and what she likes most is, to quote her words, it's the purity and the honest presentation I'm making of myself and the content while I do those videos." And I was like, oh wow, she gets it. And we were discussing, and she said that she likes it because in a way it's a way to inspire people to be more authentic and more loving with themselves. And yeah, it's not my intention, but I guess it's the underlying intention of it as well, because I'm living freely and because it's actually very freeing to just be yourself. And I think I've said it already, but yeah. And yeah, so that's why I wanted to talk about amateurism today, because there is a lot of things around this topic, and yeah, and yeah, I'm happy to share it. And what else did I want to say? Um, yeah, about when you begin, about the creative process and when you begin things. The fact that I also like, it's not like I was always like this, like, yeah, I'm gonna do videos with my crazy hair and my pajama and post them online and don't give a fuck about what people have to say about me. No, I was not like this at all. But when I was not like this, I was actually not doing anything, or doing things but not sharing it. So then not improving. I would quit on things. And this reminds me of another video, a very interesting thing I found. It's Ira Glass on the gap that most creative people face. It's like what you have in your head when you want to do something. It's because you have, when you have the ambition of doing something, it's because you have the potential of doing it. Otherwise, you can't imagine it anyway. But what you're doing is just crap because you never done it. So then you need practice in order to grow into it and to make it rich and close the gap, reach a higher level. And because sometimes we're so impatient and so hard on ourselves, we don't allow ourselves to be beginners. And that's why we need just sometimes to work with humility and accepting where we are and accepting our amateurism until we finally become professionals. And this video is great, so I'm just gonna put the link below so you can listen to it and catch the message better than what I'm saying right now. But this is also one of the reasons I'm more into amateurism, because I think it allows you to just be yourself and to grow without guilt or, of any kind. And I think this is very constructive, and it's needed in our society of perfectionist people and control freaks. And that's actually what I'm going to end this video on. Like, what side are you on? Are you like for or against more publicly open authenticity videos, like very raw type of videos like I'm doing right now, or you think it can be depreciating, and people should definitely put more effort? I don't know, whatever. So it doesn't make sense so much. I'm sorry about that. It's because I'm tired, but you get it. Like, just share whatever opinion and thought you have on that topic of being openly authentic online and what it makes you think about. So that's it for today, and I see you later this week. Bye bye.